Hello and welcome to Osaka, the second city on our Japan trip. And we started off by visiting this cute little temple. Then we of course had to try the famous Japanese fluffy pancakes, and we also headed over to Lawson, which is kind of like 7-Eleven, to try their chicken nuggets. I think they're quite famous, at least someone recommended us to try them, so we did as we were told and we headed over to try their famous chicken nuggets. They were actually pretty good. I'm not really a chicken nugget person, but these were pretty good. Then I also found my favorite Japanese snack. It's called a dorayaki, and it's a Japanese pancake with red bean paste inside it. And I love red beans, so this is my absolute go-to. And yes, I am aware that basically all we're doing in these videos is just eating and eating and eating, but food is important and we're foodies, so you know that's how it's gonna go. Also, there was something yellow in my red bean, which was kind of surprising, but it was still good. As you can see, we didn't have the best weather as it was raining all day, but thankfully it was not too bad. So we got to learn a lot about the Japanese umbrella culture with lifting it or lowering it depending on the height of the person you're approaching. So that was kind of interesting. So Osaka is famously known for their food and especially their seafood, and so we found this must-try snack when in Osaka. It's called Takoyaki, and it's this ball-shaped snack filled with octopus, tempura, fish, ginger, and green onion. Hello, it's us. We're back with another taste test. Today we are tasting something. I don't know the name. Takoyaki. And it's a ball with something dough and something from the sea. I'll show you like this. Cool. Now we're gonna try. It's very mushy. Very mushy.
Very.
Oj.
Er den rå? Men det er noe.
It's very hot.
Yes.
We have to wait.
We have to wait.
Hello, we are back with another take on this taste test. And it's still very mushy. Very, very mushy. Like a little ball. You see? Look at this. Oh. Excuse me. This is not going good.
Very good. Very interesting.
How would you rate that? How would you rate it?
Maybe 5 out of 10. Because it's good, but I'm not sure I would ever buy it again.
No. We then continued walking through these narrow streets of Osaka. There are so many narrow streets like this where you can just walk around and take it all in, and it makes for the experience even more authentic. We then also found another little temple or shrine. To be perfectly honest, I'm not completely sure about the difference, but I still love visiting them. They are absolutely beautiful and such a great part of the culture. Moving on, it was time for some more food, and then this time we found this dumpling spot where they serve dumplings, or gyozas, as they're also called, and they were absolutely delicious. In the evening, we visited the Osaka Castle Park, or the Osaka Joe, and this castle was absolutely stunning. And then, of course, for dinner, we wanted to get some more food, so then we tried the famous Okonomiyaki, which is famously from Osaka, and it's a Japanese pancake made with cabbage, meat, seafood, whatever topic you want, and then a bunch of different sauces. And I will say it was surprisingly good. The next day we headed to the Tower of the Sun Park, located a little bit out of Osaka, but it's a great way to get away from the bustling city and spend a relaxing day. We then headed back into the city to the Umeda City Park and the Takoyaki Observatory, where you can go very far up before you have to get your ticket, so you're gonna get some stunning views of the city. We headed back down, and then of course, time for more food. Yes, you guessed it. So we headed to this restaurant that served amazing udon noodles. And udon noodles were one of our favorite dishes while we were in Japan. And it's noodles that are a bit thicker than your regular noodles. And they are very, very rich in flavor and absolutely delicious. And they are served with this special broth that you can see he's putting on our noodles right here. And then you're free to put on whatever topping you want. And this is the cute little restaurant that we ate in. And of course, the udon were absolutely delicious. And now it's time to visit the famous Rikuro's Cheesecake Factory. This is where they make the famous super jiggly, fluffy and fresh cheesecake. And because it is so famous, they have to make tons every single day because they sell out so fast. And the line is also very long, so they make them fresh every day, and we were both super excited to try this jiggly cheesecake. Usually I'm not really a cheesecake person, never really understood the hype about it, but I was still very excited to try this one because it actually looks delicious. The cheesecake is actually really good. As it looks, it is super fluffy and it's very, very rich in flavor. It also had these raisins, which was a nice touch, and it is a lot of food, so it actually ended up becoming our dinner. And also, as you can probably see, we were kind of cramped because we ended up eating it outside of the mall where we bought it because the mall was closing for the day, and so we just ended up eating it on a bench. So that's it from us visiting Osaka and eating this delicious cheesecake, and thank you so much for watching.
Det smakar ju ost. Nej, det smakar larynx liksom. Det smakar lite pannkakeaktigt.
Ja.
Det är faktiskt, jag vill sträcka mig så långt och se ganska gott. Oj! Wow!